We are back here at the Doghouse Studio. As always, today's episode is brought to you by the one and only Mike Biescas of Doghouse Radio Network. And of course, none of this is possible without the support of our wonderful sponsor, Dr. Lorena Molina Rojas, DDS. What's up, Doc?
What up?
What's up, Doc?
And once again, guys, this is the 2-Minute Warning podcast where most of our time is dedicated to talking Cowboys. We look to provide insight, if not entertainment. Last but not least, special shout out to our buddies over at LNF, Ray, Rigo, and Rick. Appreciate the Oktoberfest beers
Who
getting us in
continue
the.
to deliver.
That's a good one right there.
Warsteiner.
Varsteiner.
Oh,
Varsteiner. The W is
Oktoberfest.
pronounced with a V. Varsteiner.
There is
Uh,
no sound for W in German.
I guess, yeah.
But cheers, fellas. Appreciate
Actually,
y'all.
I believe it's Prost.
9.
9. Well, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, the shit show last Sunday night that was the Cowboys versus the 49ers. That could be. I hope not, man. I hope that's not where we're headed.
No, we actually had a good show last week.
We
We had a
did.
beautiful
We had a
show
great
last
time
week.
at Killers Golf. Thanks to those guys, we had a blast.
I'd like to go back too if we can. It was actually
yeah.
It
good.
was. It
yeah,
was.
we're planning on going back probably for the Philly game.
Hospitality
Yeah,
was really
Definitely. I got
My golf swing wants me to go back.
Unfortunately, I got drunk with all the shots that were provided, and I was told that won't happen again. Not by the bar.
Right.
the wife.
There you
good.
go.
Oh, the wife.
Oh, the wife. Well,
She can see into the future.
Oh yes.
there's got to be one guy
It's
to
like-
ruin it for everybody.
No, it's because I'm like Frank the Tank. Like once it hits the lips,
Dude, Frank, I want to party with
How
Frank
much
the
so
Tank.
later
good.
did
You,
all
on the other
get
hand,
home? It wasn't
that's-
that late.
Dude.
It wasn't that late.
I was, dude, 9:30. I was Mimi Ruru. All I
Yeah.
was good.
I mean, I had a great time.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
It was a great time had by all. Thanks to everybody coming out, supporting the show.
yeah.
Lots
for
of
sure.
people went home with some giveaways, some really outstanding prizes. So
Mhm.
thanks to all the sponsors who donated and participated in that.
Great
And
gifts
y'all.
from
any-
Cross Country Mortgage, Killers Golf. They
And-
hooked us up.
And any other
LNF.
sponsors that are out there that do want to help contribute to our show, I mean, obviously we do this for fun. There's no money behind it or anything like that. But
Not a cent.
we do like to help our
We do it
fans
for the
out.
love of the Cowboys.
I'm starting to.
For
Is
now.
there love? Is there love right now for them?
Look,
Yes, of
look-
course there
Look
is.
what I resorted to.
Look at that.
Look at you.
Look at that.
Look, guys.
I can't even.
not lying.
I can't look at you.
Is Lizette watching?
He's not lying.
If she is, I hope she gets a good look at this.
I'm
She's
sure.
definitely not gonna like it.
I'm
Well,
sure.
you know what? I mean, yeah, I've been done, and a little later we'll get to why you guys are done. I'm not speaking for you, but
Sure as
I
hell
have-
sounded
I
like
sense
it.
I have a feeling.
Well, let's
Oh,
get into it, man.
yeah, I was
It
about
was
to
an
say.
ass whooping. I don't even care about the final score, right? But it was horrible.
I
A
predicted
lot to a little.
that
42
we'd
to
only
10.
score
42
10
10.
points.
42-10. What was your score prediction? You did
I
say we would
think-
only score 10.
I think I put us at like 35 to 10, somewhere around there. I couldn't remember after like 10 shots. I don't remember much.
I don't know why.
It's a big
I
blur.
remember you saying we were going to lose, but it would be close. But we were only going to score 10 points.
Yeah, maybe.
So then our defense was supposed to kind of keep us into. Well, where do you want to
Well,
start?
How
Okay,
about we
okay. You know
start
what?
there?
You know what?
Okay.
Let's start there because
Let's
Tommy
start
had
with
an
it.
interesting take on the defense, which pre-production, him and I were going back and forth on it. But I really want you all to hear Tommy's take on the defense. You got to hear this,
What's
and you
that?
say it exactly the way you did earlier.
Don't
That the
change a word.
defense did their jobs.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let me get into that. For the first okay, we did give up that touchdown initially. That was an easy score.
That was
the first drive?
slap
Yeah.
in the mouth. Yeah, that was ugly.
Purdy, flawless. But towards, the second, third, fourth drive, they punted again, and they fumbled. So 3 opportunities that the defense gave the offense, and we'll get to the offense a little later, and they didn't cash in on anything. So I'm assuming they got tired, they got frustrated, they got gassed right away because they were on the field too much. And you do get frustrated. If the offense doesn't produce, the defense is not going to be in it all the way. Because when you hold that type of offense, the next 3 drives, the defense answered that touchdown by stopping them 3 in a row, and didn't happen.
There was no balance.
You know something? I don't think
none whatsoever.
I don't think that the defense was, I don't know, encouraged by stopping them 3 times in a row because they knew that we were going to go 3 and out, punt, 3 and out, punt. We weren't going to move the ball. We weren't going to flip the field. We weren't going to do shit to support them. So the defense, I don't know about you, but I think if you're playing defense with the Dallas Cowboys against the 49ers right now, you don't need any incentive to play
to a high level.
to spirited, to play fierce, to play pissed off. I don't think, especially if you were on the team last year. So, I think the defense played very undisciplined. You had some really critical plays, like take Javon Curse, for example, offsides by like a, what kind of mile.
Country
How
mile.
does that even happen? How do you allow that to occur?
You're supposed to be looking at the ball.
And it was not even a quick. They weren't going with tempo. I mean, he was standing there for a good 6 seconds off in the neutral, not even in the neutral zone, totally offsides. Then you had the helmet to helmet on McCaffrey, both resulting in first downs. Both drives ended up in touchdowns, and then just one thing after another. And so I don't see how the defense, we can say that they did their job. They held back the waters. They didn't do, in my opinion, enough. They looked beaten. They looked confused, bullied, you name it, dude, from every level.
They got their ass.
Every level.
And I can kind of understand Tommy's argument.
One lousy sack, and it was Javon Curse. And you know what? I wouldn't consider it a sack. Brock Purdy was a runner on that play.
Yeah.
He rolled out. It was a broken play. He tucked the ball and was running. And they said, of course, they got him behind the line of scrimmage. He had no intentions of passing that ball. That was not a sack. So in my opinion, I think they may even go back and change it because that did not look like a sack. He was a runner. So everything that we're known for doing, everything that we have hung our hats on, we did none of it. We had one turnover, which resulted in what?
Nothing.
A 3 and freaking out on our own end zone.
This is what happens when we play quarterbacks like Wilson. We played week 1, Danny Jones, then Hobbs, who kicked our ass.
Josh
Dobbs.
What did I say, Hobbs?
Yeah.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Gary Hobbs.
Yeah.
Vic,
Las
come on.
miradas que te doy. Hey, no, I mean, do you want to talk about offense or still?
No.
No.
Let's
No,
finish.
no, no.
Specialty.
No,
Yeah, I know.
You get in there.
let's put the
They were,
defense out of its
getting
misery
knee
right
deep.
now.
They were flat, dude. There was nothing there. At times, I really didn't I didn't understand some of the philosophy behind it or the game plan because you saw Micah Parsons lining up over their best lineman over
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams. Or that guy's a veteran. Why would you want to line up Micah Parsons?
Especially if
Move him around.
it's gonna be
right?
Trent. It's gonna be Trent Williams and a double team.
I didn't understand why they would just put him up there and just you get it. Like, of course,
No,
that guy's not
don't
gonna
get
do
it.
it. And then
You think the coach was,
I didn't, but
smarten up.
he didn't apply any kind of pressure.
No.
He didn't bring any kind of
one
blitz
QB pressure.
packages. He didn't do. There was nothing. He just wanted man to man.
No stunts.
How was there man to man if you have Ayuk was always open by like 3 or 4 steps ahead of a corner?
I really think that missing Diggs is a big deal. I didn't want to believe it.
Not to mention every catch he had was a first down. He only had 4.
Yeah, but everyone was.
Everyone was a critical first down.
McCaffrey he wasn't like his McCaffrey.
He wasn't He wasn't the
wasn't.
MVP
He
type
didn't,
that he's been.
He
previous
did. He was just there.
Yeah.
He
The
averaged
defense helped him. but
2.7 yards a
Yeah,
carry.
he
But
wasn't.
the passing, dude. The passing killed us. Honestly,
If you would have told me that McCaffrey
Purdy.
was gonna average 2.7 yards per carry, but we give up 177 yards rushing, I mean, I would think, wow, Deebo Samuels must have had 100 by himself. But no, it was rushing by committee, and we couldn't stop any of it. And they were getting rushes that, especially up the middle, that were getting 3 yards deep, would end 6, 7 yards by the time the play was over.
and
They were getting so much damn push in the offensive line. And, I don't want to get into the offense just yet. They were doing things that we couldn't do.
But that's why we drafted Mozzie Smith, man, so he can.
Oh, is that why? Because
That's why I was
Hankins.
like,
You know
he
what?
hasn't done
Hankins
anything,
is the only
dude.
one. Hankins is the only one that actually had any kind of impact when he batted down 2 balls.
Right.
And who gives a shit, because they just came right back and got the first down after that, because it led to 3rd downs both times.
Right.
Dude.
And next
Brock,
thing you know, they're moving the chains.
Brock Purdy had so much time to throw
There
the
was
ball,
one.
dude.
There was
It was
one third.
Carter.
There was 1/3 and 4 that they hit. I think it was Ayuk on a huge play, but it got
Across
called
the
back.
middle.
Got called back for holding.
Oh yeah.
3rd and 14. Purdy basically says, "Fuck you guys."
We were still
Like,
in it. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
Are we past 5 minutes? Are
on
we past 5
YouTube?
minutes?
we might be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Oh
think we
yeah.
are.
We're
I
in the
think we are.
clear. We're in the clear. We can say fuck, shit, cock, balls.
Hey,
Relax. Don't get excited.
My bad.
I honestly thought they
We're
going.
just trying to prove a point. Don't celebrate.
You know, obviously I'm just thinking what I like. I'm not going to be right about this, but from what it looked like the game plan, the scheme going into the game was that they wanted to shut down Deebo Samuel and the run game. They forgot about Brandon Ayuk.
Which is
They
crazy.
forgot about George
They
Kittle.
totally
They forgot
forgot
And
about George
think-
Kittle.
I honestly think that's what happened.
They're
They forgot about
they're
Dre. They forgot about everybody.
I
Oh,
think that's
shoot.
what happened.
They're just too dynamic. They're head and shoulders above us as a team, as a unit. They were beating us up. It's like in the schoolyard, we're just getting bullied.
Compadre, I think it's safe to say that they are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah,
By far.
We could have said that before Sunday. Because
No, dude.
I think
I've seen them play here and there, like
Yeah,
on Red
like-
Zone,
like-
and other teams have been
and-
there.
That Thursday night game against the Giants, it wasn't
Okay.
impressive.
No, it
right? That's
wasn't.
what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm
Like, it
saying.
wasn't impressive.
And then they just showed up.
But again, you have to remember who they're playing. Everybody gets up for the Cowboys. Everybody does.
Like Arizona. So
Yes,
moving
exactly.
forward, do you think you're going to continue to see this same San Fran team?
Oh yeah, easily.
Especially after this. Especially they're all healthy. Still, and going back to the defensive
Which
side,
is something
Yeah.
they hadn't
just
been
just to
in the past
mention,
years.
just to mention some of the big losses
the
we have.
whiners blow. Lissette said.
The Whiners blow.
And our buddy Alex is back. One of our regulars last year. He's back. He's watching the show right
Yeah.
now. He thinks Brock Purdy is
the next Tom
the
Brady.
next Tom Brady, and I have to agree with him. He
And
was
it's crazy because just the way they came in,
There's
the
a
way
lot
they
of
were brought into
similarities.
the league,
Yes,
a lot of similarities,
absolutely.
man.
Drafted
so late.
Story,
They got to play because the guy before them got injured
Before
and never looked back.
before the game had started, and I kept thinking about it, and I even had said it on the last show. They were talking about. Oh, I think David had mentioned that Brock Purdy doesn't play against Dak Prescott. So I was thinking about that.
Right,
whole
quarterback
matchup, and I
doesn't
had
play
and I
right.
had mentioned that. Yes, there is a lot of truth to that, and I was thinking at the same time, I was like, it's going to be Dan Quinn versus is it Kyle Shanahan?
Yes,
And Kyle Shanahan is an offensive genius.
absolutely.
And
Without
the
a
way
doubt.
he draws up the plays. There's two guys when it's in the fourth quarter that as a team, if I'm a defensive player, because I've seen it from the past couple of years, two coaches that stick out to my mind that would be very, very somebody to worry about late in the quarter. It's Kyle Shanahan and McVay from the Rams.
Sean McVay.
Sean
The
McVay.
way they just draw up these offensive plays, man, they just
well,
keep you guessing.
To comment on Santos, he just mentioned
Yeah, he did.
McCarthy. His play calling is predictable, and I mean I have to agree. But we've been saying that for I don't know how many years. I think at one point, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, and even at one point we thought
Scott Linehan.
Scott Linehan.
Scott Linehan and
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. We all. This is the things that we've been saying year after year after year. And although I agree with you, Santos, the common denominator is Dak, Dakota,
Rain.
Samuel, Prescott, whatever his name is.
Samuel.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
I don't
well,
know.
let me just
Even and I mean
suggest this. Okay, look, Jerry Jones is God as far as the Dallas Cowboys are concerned.
He's also delusional.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
So
he's
false
a different
prophet.
kind of God. He's a prophet. I don't know.
False prophet.
False prophet. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's a God.
what he
This
went
is
out
like
and
a
did
He's a god with a
somber
lowercase g.
podcast.
what
Real dark.
and backwards. So what he did, he said Kellen Moore can't beat the 49ers. So they let him go. He's over with the Chargers now, right? And they said,
They're not
well,
doing
something has
that
to
hot either.
change. In other words, something has to change. And you could make the argument that Kellen Moore did a hell of a lot better against the 49ers than McCarthy did. But I don't think it's that simple.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's that simple, but that's the change they made. And going back to Jerry Jones' press conference after the game. By the way, what other owner does his own press conference after every single
the Dallas
game?
Cowboy owner.
What other owner has their
only-
own AI statue in the stadium?
What other what other
Dude.
owner is as visible and present as that one? And I think that that's what contributes to how stubborn he is, delusional. That he didn't change quarterbacks. He doesn't change.
He's still
Now,
thinking
mind you-
Dak
Well, but
Prescott.
even the shit that he says, I mean, he kind of already came out and
he
said,
doubles
hey,
down
yeah,
over and over
and
and
sometimes it works and sometimes it sounds stupid. You know, he came out and said, hey, if we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because Dak is going to get us there, right?
That's a bunch of bullshit.
You kind of stop buying into that, right? And then he comes into the thing where it says, hey, should CD be getting more looks? Well, I don't know. I think he might be getting maybe a little too many looks at 6-7 targets. I'd like to see what we can do if we can spread the ball.
That I read.
Are
that
we talking
today.
about the offense now?
Well, I think we're talking about Jerry technically,
I think
but
it's a
just
good-
kind of the
I
shit
think
that he
it's a
says.
good
But that's
segue.
that is a
If we're
good
gonna
segue
go,
to switch into it.
there is. Okay, go
I
ahead.
love the offense.
No,
It's
no,
a
yeah,
good
no.
segue. It's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
segue.
yeah, absolutely.
That pissed me off because if anyone works hard to try and get yards and try and get touches, it's CD. CD works his ass off. But when you don't have a quarterback that can throw you the ball, you get frustrated out there.
I don't disagree.
And that pissed me off that Jerry called him out like that.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that he called him out.
He called
Well,
him out.
I don't know necessarily he called
but hold
CD
on.
out though. It's
Yeah,
just
he
more
did.
No,
like,
he more like
that's-
sat him down. Like,
that's-
yeah,
in other words,
yeah.
in other words,
But how come prop up and Dak, but not CD? The receiver that is. If it weren't for CD,
maybe he thinks Dak needs it more than what CD
Why?
does. Well, because look what Dak's been doing.
And I agree. You see CD Lamb's
That's a good
frustration
point, Chuck.
on the sideline, right? And they question Jerry Jones. Oh, what about, he should be getting the ball more. And he's like, you see his frustration on the sidelines. And he's just like, well, I didn't see that. And I don't think he should be getting the ball that much. I
Yeah,
think he
we
should
just
be
spread
spreading
it.
the ball around. But at the end of the day, that's the Cowboy way. That's the way. You should not act like that under Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That's not how we are on the sidelines. We don't act like that. We don't cause a scene on the sidelines. That's not Jerry Jones's philosophy.
remember
And
he was,
that's
he was
just the
sitting by
way
himself,
he is.
like 20 yards away from any offensive player.
who CD?
CD sitting by himself,
I guarantee you,
bitching and moaning.
if he goes to another team, he's a Pro
No.
Bowl All Pro.
since we're
Oh, well, I'm
since,
sure,
since
but
we're talking
I mean-
about
Not any
offense,
team, but
Any team.
there's two things I want to bring up,
to the
and
Patriots.
two
that's
two things, and I want you all to answer. Obviously, the first one is this, and as we all know, Jeff Saturday,
Yes.
Right.
yeah,
Hall of
Former,
Fame center.
coach
center,
Center for the Colts.
center, and head coach for the Colts at the time. He says it doesn't matter who was quarterback on Sunday. No one can carry that team to a win. Doesn't matter. He also says that he insists that the team can't win with Mike McCarthy calling the plays, and he also believes that Dak Prescott doesn't deserve all the blame.
Oh my God,
What are your thoughts?
I agree with him in a lot of different ways. But if you got something right now
Go
on
with
the
it.
tip of your tongue, you go with it.
I got it,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spill it. Okay, and this is going back to what I said earlier about the defense.
Okay.
They made their stops.
Yeah.
This is the offensive response from us when the defense did their job in the first quarter and going into the second quarter.
Right.
3 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 1 play, fumble. Yes,
Pollard.
Pollard.
fumbled.
Okay.
Yeah, but we got it right back.
Yeah,
That was
we
a
did.
hell of a play by Fred Warner, though.
That guy's an animal.
And then
Jesus.
after we recovered it back from them,
I
because they
like
fumbled,
inside the 5.
3 plays, punt.
Okay.
I I mean, you're
They
going to be
scored after
frustrated.
that punt, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter, Chuck.
No. I'm the 49ers scored after that
It
punt.
does
That's what I'm saying.
matter.
Then it does matter.
No.
See, like, how is that
Yeah.
not Dak's fault? Yes,
You know something? That fumble, when we recovered it, I thought that saved the game.
Dude,
We're
that was supposed
back.
to,
That was
the
supposed to
only
be the
thing.
turning point.
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ, because we fumble in our own. No, we'll get to the red zone later. In our own red zone, after, you know what I mean? Like it just felt like I remember going inside and serving a plate of food. Like, you know what? I don't want to watch them just like bang it through right now. I can't see another one. And then I turn around and we recovered a fumble. And I thought, this is exactly what we need. And that wasn't even enough to change the momentum.
3 plays.
Not even that was enough.
3 plays and we fumble.
Alex is saying Dak's pocket presence is trash. He doesn't step up to the pocket. He's afraid of rolling out and creating open plays. He lacks confidence in himself. And nice guys finish last.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot. Yes, he's a nice guy and this and that, but this is the NFL.
He means well, sure. Yeah. But I mean,
you eight. This is his 8th year, and he has yet.
I'm a great guy. I still get criticized in my job every single day.
Now, Chuck,
Same.
Look, dude,
I will never criticize you.
I get being Walter Payton Man of the Year. It's fine. But I also want a Lombardi trophy to go with it.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want that
So
thing.
that's what it
You know,
is.
on one particular play, yes, we 11 plays after that punt, 11 plays, we scored a touchdown. Yes. Then 3 points after that. McCarthy's calling the plays, yes, but the offense has to execute, and a lot of the passes that Dak was throwing were terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, they're
like
high.
you cannot even like look at that and say that he's a good quarterback.
Not first incomplete, right? But that one pass he threw to Schoonmaker, he was open. I mean, he needed a
failed.
rocket up his ass to
Gallup,
catch that
Gallup
one.
even had to save him on one of them too.
On one, and we just saw it right now, I think earlier. Cooks was wide open.
And I kind of think that ties into what Alex was
He
saying,
threw it
that,
out of bounds.
that his pocket presence is not that great because the protection, while it wasn't fantastic, it wasn't horrible.
He still had time to
He had
throw the
plenty
ball.
of time to throw the ball. Now, there were areas where the guys are covered, but we talked about it before. There's a lot of times where you got to throw these guys open.
Yeah, he can't do that.
And
Yeah, but there was a lot of times where he was trying to force the ball. Like
Yeah.
I don't get his coverage reading has really digressed
the second interception, the one that was ricocheted off
off
of
a
Gallup,
forearm. Yeah,
I mean, that one was forced as hell.
Dude,
Yeah, I
it was
know.
and CD was wide open. If he just went and he was locked in at Cooks. If he would have just sent not open over here, open CD Lamb,
yeah.
that would have been 7-8 yards.
And without a doubt, it is easier for us to kind of sit here and play armchair quarterback because, I mean, there's no pressure on us, any fan that watches. So it's kind of easy to see those things,
Yeah.
as they go down, right? Not to make excuses for the guy, but it's just kind of one of those, like, you got to get it together.
So that
But then again, but to that point, the coaches are also watching that too.
Yes.
Bird's eye view.
They see
How
it.
are they not
They
making
should see what we
adjustments?
see. Yeah.
How are they not making adjustments and like meaningful ones?
Because
You know what I mean?
he's a high
And it's very simple. Going back to, I saw a lot of comments that emphasize we were outcoached,
Yes.
and even if there was a weakness, guaranteed the 49ers coaching staff saw it too and took it away. They realized it before we did, or they realized it before we could execute and capitalize on the weakness. That's what I
they
saw
probably
too.
started their game plan from
Because-
the get go. Like,
Because
hey,
if you
this
think
is
about it, all 3 interceptions came when? At the end of the game, or at the end of Dak's part of the game.
Well,
3 straight possessions at the end,
yeah,
and then they
after
yanked
the
him.
field goal.
He tried to do something, I guess, that they saw to make it respectable, but then 49ers had taken it away already,
Well-
and he forced 3 interceptions.
What really bothered me was the urgency towards the end of the first half. There
didn't
was
see any.
exactly.
Done. 3 plays and a punt.
But the thing is, it's almost as if like the opportunity was there.
And you know what
And,
they-
and that's kind of when we saw that pass to Cooks. It's like, dude, he had Warner.
they're not
beat.
utilizing Cook. I don't even know why
One
they
catch
even
for 7 yards.
I don't know why they drafted for him. He's a threat in the slot with 3rd and short. That guy can get you just a first down.
Well,
Just
they
run the
traded a draft
slants.
pick for
They
him.
don't. They do not use him.
They gave up a 4th
it's
rounder for him.
Terrible, dude.
Dak-
The way they use him.
Ray J. Castle says Dak's shit or get off the pot moment has come and gone.
Wow.
He ain't built to carry any team, let alone the Cowboys. McCarthy's schemes are beyond.
Antiquated.
Thank you.
They're dogmatic.
Time to move on.
Well, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, in the segment or in that? Oh, time to move
Wait,
on.
hold on.
Wait.
Real quick.
Is that
I
a Trey
do-
Lance
I do have one more
nod?
thing.
Is that what that is?
It could be.
Hey,
I think a whole lot of people are
Did
just
you-
desperate for change.
Did you see Micah? Oh God, I can't wait to get to that guy.
You know what my mom was saying during the game? I want to see the redhead. I want to see the redhead. I said, Mom, I don't want to see the redhead yet.
why not? Why not?
Yeah, just kept saying.
Copper Rush.
She's like, I want to see the
Copperhead
redhead.
Rush,
I want to see the
Red
redhead.
Rush.
I said, no, we're not going to see the redhead yet.
Dude, we saw him with 10 minutes left in the game.
And that guy said, hey, Ma, the redhead's going. She said, ya pa qué?
Yeah, hey, we saw both backups with 10 minutes left in the game. You know how sad that is, man?
It's
That
sad.
Oh my God, dude. Dak threw 3 interceptions in 3 quarters, basically.
Yeah.
And for 157 yards.
Didn't he get quoted saying that he wasn't going to throw 10?
Yeah, he's not.
Okay.
He said, "I'm not going to throw more than 10 interceptions this year." Well, he's
Well, he's
already
at 4.
at 4.
He's halfway,
at
almost
4.
halfway there.
Yeah.
He's at 4.
I said he would be single digits, and he was protecting the ball with the exception of the Cardinals at the end of the game. But
Do y'all realize Dak is last in the red
NF
zone
red zone.
in QBR?
Well, you know what?
Okay.
Let me tell you something. The
Tell me.
Cowboys came up with a really creative way to solve the red zone issues. Do you know what that is? Don't even fucking go there. Don't even end up
We
in the
didn't-
damn red zone.
weren't
Not
in the red
one
zone.
single trip to the red zone.
Our red zone efficiency won't get hurt if
Yes.
they don't go there.
Who's our highest scorer right now? Aubrey?
Ferguson?
Aubrey?
Oh, Aubrey, yeah.
The kicker?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, by far,
Hey.
because of all he had 5 field goals.
Hey, well,
in the
he's
first
got more
game.
points than the Giants.
But going
Wait,
real
wait.
quick. Go.
Oh, go.
You know
I
what
mean, come on. Well, our red zone was missing.
Oh, okay. When as far as missing is concerned, I thought that was really creative, and missing to the point where that became like, I mean, the 1,000-pound elephant in the room, and to see how like they almost wanted to avoid it. It was missing off the. By the way, they should have put missing on a damn milk carton to
Oh.
the damn red zone. Do they still do that?
Speaking of,
They still
Well,
they,
they
do
don't-
they
they
still
don't-
do that?
they do. Let me see here.
oh, my God.
Oh my God, what does he have now? Oh,
Look at
here
this.
we go.
The number one Dak apologist is gone missing.
Oh,
He hasn't shown
I guess
up.
they do still do
They
that.
still do it. Look, he's right here.
Jeez.
Anybody out there seen our buddy David? Because I haven't. He's
What
been
does it say?
missing on
On
Facebook. So, guys, here it is. If you guys see
Get
him,
it- get
Where
it
are
closer.
you? Is there a reward?
is there a reward?
Is
out
there a reward for David? I'm curious.
He's been missing because he talks about receipts and this and that. Well, you know what, David?
Receipt?
You're showing the nutritional facts. Oh, no, it's on that camera.
What are you drinking here anyway?
That's oat milk.
Chobani oat milk?
That's for my coffee.
It's 5% peanut milk. What is this?
That's for my morning coffee.
So what are you talking about receipts? What do you?
So
what is
I
this?
mean, David, and all them, they like to bust out. Oh, I got receipts and this and that. When Dak wins us a Super Bowl, I'm gonna bust them all out. Well, you know what? I got receipts right now.
Oh my
What-
God.
You got receipts too?
I got receipts, and these
This
are
guy's like
all.
Carrot Top over here, like a prop comic.
prop comic, right?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wait.
What is this?
Is that a white man can't jump reference?
Look,
Oh my God!
more receipts. Look.
What-
Oh, wow.
Where
These
are those receipts?
You know what these receipts
What do they represent?
These represent all the times that-
Write-offs?
that too, and I need to return them back to my
Cease
home.
and desist letters from YouTube.
These are all the times that I said in the last 2 years. That's a good one.
Adam and Steve.
Adam and Steve, that I said Dak Prescott isn't the quarterback, and it's true. I got more.
Oh,
Look,
wow, dude.
You know, there is somebody out there that has been saying it longer than you have.
who?
And I've never truly disagreed with him because of the way he comes about it. And
Oh.
it's the way he says it. And that's Omar.
Oh, dude, I got into an argument with him.
You're kidding.
No,
A guy that agreed with you got into an argument with him?
no, I didn't. I didn't agree with
You
him.
managed to argue with someone who agrees with you.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
you
That's
are
not the way
Tommy,
this
Tommy.
works.
No, I didn't agree with him on the Dak issue
Back then?
4 years ago.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
And I was telling him, bro, you don't know football, and Dak is the quarterback, and he's the guy. He's gonna take. I even bet Ray Salinas $5,000 that Dak Prescott would win a Super Bowl before Jalen Hurts. And
Well,
the
I
Eagles-
mean,
oh no, not Jalen Hurts. The Eagles
Carson
with
Wentz.
Carson Wentz.
well,
He did. 'cause
did he
was
pay?
a-
Well,
he
did he,
was on
did
the
he pay
bench.
up?
I did not pay up.
No, did he pay you?
Why would he pay me if
Well,
I
because
lost?
Carson Wentz didn't go.
Well,
technically, he has a ring.
the Eagle. Yeah, exactly.
The
So-
Eagles.
He's the one that got him there.
I
to
bought
be
him.
honest.
He he let me slide. I bought him some drinks when we were out one night.
Oh, that's
So-
great compensation.
Oh yeah, thanks a lot, Ray.
Yeah, a cup of coffee is gonna cover it.
You know, there's been some original Dak haters. Omar's one of them. My buddy Rocky, my buddy Joe Martinez, Martin in our fantasy league. Martin
Like,
Gonzalez.
even-
I've never heard him
He's
say anything.
never-
Even like,
been on that Dak wagon like we've been.
oh, dude, how is that even possible when he was like, Dak has had us up here, and I know he had his trend
But
of
you-
losing the playoffs,
The majority
And
of us
then-
held on to hope.
and then all of a sudden,
No,
you start to see,
You know, and let me.
his trend.
because
tell you
when
something.
he's a rookie, right? You got this rookie 4th round pick, and he exceeds expectations
that's
as a
David.
rookie. He exceeds expectations while he's on that rookie deal, and then when he gets paid, it's kind of like, well, he's playing like a 4th round pick.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Once
Chuck, you mentioned hope, man. You mentioned hope. And if there's one thing about Cowboys, it's like, I call it hopium.
We hang on to it.
It's hopium. It's a drug because
I need it.
that's all we see in front of us. And going into the game against the 49ers, man, I had Tommy, to his credit, was the only cynical one. Cowboys lose. And I knew it too.
That could have been the shots.
I knew it too.
No,
The shots.
I knew,
Nah,
it. I
yeah.
knew we were done for.
This is
they have our
I think
number.
this was even like maybe before the 3rd or 4th one.
What's the word? Drunk words or sober thoughts?
Drunk
That's
words
right.
over time. Well,
This
and
ain't a
so
rivalry.
I think I'm gonna put the hopium pipe down for a little bit
We have to.
and let the Dallas Cowboys prove themselves once again.
And it's funny you say that because I think a bunch of fans feel that way. I know, I was one of the ones that, that held on to hope. I think Victor was one that kind of held on to hope because it's you hang on to it, right? I think we're kind of see some fans that are kind of like, hey man, like we're ready for change.
They kind of
I'll tell you-
mold. They mold it. They don't want to like really accept it.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Shoot,
But
I'm
they're
almost there. Like
they're
I don't
still
want
holding
to.
on to it.
They
They're
hold on to
holding
hope, like they
Hey,
want to
now
wish
they're
for the
holding on
best.
to it.
you know what doesn't help? 2 massive blowouts to start the
No,
season
they don't.
and
that
get
was
our
the-
hopes
one of
to
which to a
sky
bad
high.
team.
You realize that our offense, you take away the defensive scores, like what Unc likes to say, the scoop and scores. The offense is only scoring 16, 17 points a game. If you take away the defense,
Yes.
that's what we're averaging
That's
as an
what
offense.
Kellen Moore averaged against the 49ers.
So it's not, I knew from the get-go this year, last year, since they lost to the first time to the 49ers, hell, since they lost to the Chiefs when they went to Arrowhead, and that was our statement game, and we score 9 points against the Chiefs at Arrowhead. So I think we could put to bed and lay to rest our segment called "Did Dak Do It For Us?" because we are no longer going to do that segment anymore.
I think it's gonna be a 4-0 stomping every time we do. Right, dude. I'm telling you,
And he would
I
not
feel
do it.
deflated. I feel like
Lizette, 4 games in and y'all are throwing in the flag. Grow a pair.
grow a pair. Get a little fur on the Kiwis, man.
It's hard, Lizette. It's hard. It's hard because
Oh,
I mean, you saw it. You saw when it went down. I mean,
I don't think Lissette is looking past the looks. I think I think she's in love with
that
Dak.
offends me, sir.
I mean, Dak's a good-looking guy. He is, he's.
I bet
stout.
you he's standing up.
He does, but not in the middle of the night.
no, not in the
So-
middle of the night.
I think a lot of the people are mesmerized by Dak and his good looks, his jewelry, and his clean cut, his story, his nice
His kindness.
persona.
His 11-hour tattoo session that he went under for.
Lisette
Yeah, that should have been.
Lisette just summed it up like her response. She said, "Bullshit." So,
I think. Well, you know what? Thank you, Lisette.
You know, going
Wow.
back to like as far as how we feel about the Cowboys' hopes. Okay, and then we'll get to the segment that you wanted to replace, or we want to replace with the Dak Do It For Us. You know, going back to coaching, just real quick, I just had an epiphany, man.
Let's see how quick.
Dan Quinn as what he was
DC?
considered the next head coach of somewhere,
Mhm.
and a defensive. And don't get me wrong, all of this is true. He's deserving of all his accolades. But one thing I just noticed is that Dan Quinn is only as good as his players are.
Oh, I mean that
and execution and all that kind of stuff. In other words, he's not the savior. He's not, I think, not that he doesn't deserve to be on a defensive coordinating pedestal. He's a great mind. But when your defense plays as flat as it does, what kind of excuse can you make for him?
I mean, he did blow a 26-point lead in the Super Bowl.
I wonder if
25-point lead.
I wonder if that's how he
28-3.
felt when we were up 23 against
I
them.
mean,
I don't think we can still hang that on him, but
I don't know.
You know, but he seems the type that he'll take accountability. He's going to go back to the drawing board, and I think he's going to be the first he's going to be looked at as a coach. He'll be, what could I have done better?
would I want
How could I
anybody
have
else?
motivated my guys better? How
Would
could
I
I
want
want
anybody
my
else there?
guys better?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Would I want anybody else in that
No,
spot?
but-
No.
No. But-
Look, we're still in the ball game, 7-14, and
so you were saying that we have a new segment,
yes, we do. For the people that are watching,
our quarterback segment.
this is our quarterback segment, and I know Dak's going to stink it up every week from here on out. I'll be shocked if he doesn't. Of course, Dak beats up on bad teams. That's how he's made his reputation with the stats and this and that. That's all he does. He beats up on bad teams, and when he faces a good team or when he's behind in the scoreboard, he tends to be more like, I want to say, Mac Jones.
Ooh, I don't know.
Whoa.
That's ooh.
Well,
No,
you know
no,
what?
I'm-
To be honest, that's how Mac Jones threw his
Wait,
interceptions.
I might have a little number for you guys
Oh
here.
boy.
I bet you do. Is it on one of those
Y'all
receipts?
keep talking. I'm gonna look for right here. No.
You know something, guys, and going back to last week's show when I talked about how Dak did not do it for me, and I said that the game against the Giants, the game against the Jets, the game against the Patriots. Hey, why didn't he have a Brock Purdy performance? He had the 30-burger, the 40-burger lead on all of those teams, and you still saw him with pedestrian numbers. You didn't see him with three intercept. You didn't see him with
Multiple touchdowns or
creative multiple touchdowns too. You didn't see him with anything resembling a quarterback that can take us to an NFC championship, let alone a Super Bowl. Okay. So, and what did Brock Purdy do? He's up big. His defense is stifling and suffocating our offense. And what does he do? He goes out and throws 3 touchdowns and has
He was
4
throwing
touchdowns. Sorry.
darts.
He has
Oh.
4 touchdowns, and 3 touchdowns to one
To one
guy,
guy.
and that's all the damn catches he had.
he had 3 catches, 3 touchdowns.
And a nice little sign message for Dallas Cowboy fans, Dallas Cowboy Nation on his shirt. And that wasn't even for a touchdown that he scored. That was when that was like the 5th touchdown.
The last one, the fullback.
The last one, the
scored.
fullback.
That's
So
crazy.
so I didn't see why
What an
didn't
embarrassment.
Dak have a game like a Purdy game in the 3 blowouts that we've had?
He hadn't had one. No,
He hasn't. He hasn't.
Fucking great point.
But a lot of that had to do,
Thank you.
I know. That's what I'm
a
saying.
lot of that had to do. Well, not had to do, right? But factor in we were having red zone issues, which we can contribute to it being Dak's fault, coach's fault.
Why do you got to say
Purdy is a
coach?
dog.
Because
Dak? Why can't it just be Dak's fault?
well, I guess because as a coach, if you
Appreciate
see
you,
if you
Mr.
see the
Dominguez.
whole unit not executing,
But Dak has had how many coaches now?
I get that. I'm not against it. I don't disagree with it.
2.
But I'm just saying, like, from my point of view, if
Maybe
I'm
we
watching
did.
as a coach, right, and I see my guys go out there flat, my first thought is going to be like, these fucking guys. It's not going to be these fucking guys. It's going to be like, this fucking guy. Like, what are you doing?
The Cowboys are not the Cowboys from the
They're
90s.
not who we thought they were.
They're not the Cowboys from the 90s.
Is that defense who
We
we thought
don't
they
have
were?
an Aikman. We don't have an Emmett. And we sure as shit don't have an 88.
We had an Emmett for a while.
We have an 88, but
No,
is,
no,
is,
no,
he,
no,
but
no,
is he
no.
being used properly?
That's not the
He's
same
not being-
88.
Hey.
He allows his jersey to be used
I'm glad
to inspire whoever wears it.
I'm
And
glad you mentioned
And
that.
he's pouting on the end of the damn bench, crying that he's not getting the fucking ball every damn. Now, should he get more looks? Yes, he should. But that's not the spirit of the 88. I'm sorry, it's not.
no, yeah.
Let me read you something real quick. Former All-Pro cornerback Richard Sherman says that wide receiver CeeDee Lamb is overrated and isn't a true wide receiver 1. He also said that CeeDee's name does not belong in the same conversation as Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, etc.
And I mean, I have to disagree because last year he had 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns or 9, one of those. He has the skill.
He is fantastic after the catch.
He's got to catch the ball.
Well, but
No,
I mean,
but not on him.
Ball has
He's
to be
gotta-
catchable.
well, once the ball,
Exactly.
but once,
Thank you.
and he's the playmaker. Once you put the ball in a playmaker's hand, he
I
can
don't
do
think
some
there's
shit with it.
anybody better after the catch. Anybody tougher? Anybody harder to bring down?
I know.
Yeah, he's
Because
CeeDee
Because
Lamb.
when they let go, when they traded Amari, I was like, damn, I love what Amari does.
Because Amari
after the
was
fucking
Amari was
big,
ball,
tired of his
He was
shit.
big and physical.
Amari was good after the catch.
Amari was just tired of seeing ducks getting thrown.
Maybe
at him.
maybe so. But even
and they
with that
gave him
said,
$100 million.
even with that said, I don't think
And-
Amari wanted out of
and
Dallas.
he still wasn't happy.
No, but if you have a shit quarterback, you know it ain't going nowhere.
I get that, but I still don't think he wanted out of Dallas.
You know what? And this is a good time to go. To
Tommy, he went from Dak to Jacoby Brissett.
and he had 1,000 yards last year.
No, but
Yes, he did.
No.
Oh.
But he knew that.
But the team
Watson
didn't go
was coming
anywhere.
back.
No, I get that. Well,
He
he
still-
was traded over there. It's not like he chose to go to
He had-
Cleveland.
he had-
But what I'm saying, I honestly feel if he had his choice, going to Cleveland and knowing that Deshaun was even going to be there, I think he still would have preferred to stay in Dallas.
Yeah.
No, he left Dallas because he knew it was a dumpster fire of a quarterback, and he didn't want any part of it. You know, so this goes to our next segment. It's brand new, guys. We're gonna use it from here on out. Who would you rather have?
Who would you rather?
Who would you rather have? And you know who I would rather have? A good old Texas boy.
Oh boy, I already know it.
You know, Baker Mayfield. Bring him to Dallas. He's a lot better thrower of the football than Dak Prescott.
You know what?
He is a
He's
Texas
got
boy.
more. He is Texas boy, and his Texas root shows his Texas balls show, bro.
Exactly. You
Like
need
he's
ball,
not.
You need
Yeah,
cojones.
he's got cojones. He's not scared.
Or what's his name from Major League? Marbles.
Wait.
You need-
You think Baker Mayfield can lead this team to a Super Bowl win, guy? I'm not trading.
This is all
I don't give a shit.
hypothetical.
You can roll a turd in glitter, man. It's still shit.
This is hypothetical.
We're not going no damn Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield.
Listen, buddy.
No, we're not.
Turd and glitter.
Hey,
It's still shit.
first of all,
That's still a
okay.
fucking
Do you
piece of
think
shit?
do you think Dak is a better quarterback than Baker Mayfield?
I don't care. It's not.
Just
You're talking about the means. I'm talking about the end. I'm talking about hardware, guy. I'm
you're-
talking about jewelry.
call me
Baker
Guy
Mayfield.
one more time.
Yo, we got some comments. We got one guy wanting Warren Moon.
Oh,
Oh, damn. Bring in Dan
Rand-
Marino then.
Randall Cunningham.
Dude, I think Troy at this age could be better than Dak.
Bobby says, "Let's go get Stafford."
I'm not against that. He's another Texas boy.
You know something?
Yeah,
you know
Dallas.
something? Hey, no, not for nothing, but that guy went from a losing situation, ring a bell, and went one season with the Rams. And what was the result?
Well, who would you rather have then?
A
Well,
fucking Super Bowl. That's what. Okay,
Shoot,
so
I don't-
yeah, I'll take Stafford all day long.
Okay, compadre, who
All
would you
day
rather
long, because
have?
that guy did win a Super Bowl in 1 year. He pulled a Brady. He went from one team after being there for 12 years and then won a Super Bowl in his first year with the Rams. So look, well,
Get the guy out there.
I think this is my kid to go grab a beer.
compadre, this guy is he's
Hold on,
done.
hold
Cut
on.
his mic.
nah. I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Go ahead. What did you want to say?
That I was gonna answer his question.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
I just get
But
fired
there's
up
like a-
because
There's 1,000. I'm actually trying to find a little diamond in the rough.
you're blocking Chuck, man.
Somebody that'll just come out.
I know.
Somebody that will just come out and just be. I mean, but
Who would you rather have?
the thing is that
Now I tell you something.
what do I want? Do I want?
Lizette
Do
said,
I want
"Go
running?
back." Lizette
Do
said,
I want
"Go
s-
back to scratching whatever body part you were scratching."
Do I want
That makes more sense than your replacement.
Do I want somebody that's going to be able to just win the game or throw the ball and throw the ball right when we need them to? I
You
mean,
just need someone to throw the ball.
well
in
then
the
I'm
general
I'm
direction
good
of
with
the
Cooper
receivers.
Rush. Then
Okay.
Cooper Rush
There
can
you
throw
go.
a good ball, dude.
Why
Because
go
the way
away?
you're making it sound, like I just need 4 or 5 throws. I don't need right. No, right? Because I mean, we don't need.
He did that against the Vikings away.
And the Bengals. I just need somebody just to throw the ball when we need a first down. Guys, it's all about you're not gonna get deep pass. Yeah, they'll come.
Yeah.
But you gotta read the defense. It's a safety playing up, single high. Is it a man coverage? But anyways, it's all about moving the chains. Okay?
Jerry
move the
Jerry
chains,
can't
not
polish
just
that.
Just move the chains. We're gonna get a first down. You get the defense tired. I want a quarterback that's smart enough like that. That's gonna be very cerebral.
Hey,
Here you
I
go.
like that.
We need a cerebral quarterback, and Dak lacks.
You're throwing out a lot of big words. And because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
Hey, look who made his way. Speak of the devil.
You know
Omar
what it is,
Salazar.
bro.
There he is.
First time viewer here, so I know Tommy is Skip Bayless. Who is Keyshawn, Shannon Sharp, and Max Kellerman? I don't know, man.
Well, I like to be called Unk. I'm Unk.
Uncle Tom?
Uncle Cracker.
No, so you make perfect sense.
Thank you.
compadre.
Thank
Cooper
you.
Rush.
Thank
He's
you.
right there. You don't have to go far, and he's getting paid
You don't have
scraps.
Yeah.
You realize Dak, and real quick before we get to your pick, Dak is going to be owed $61 million next year. If we cut him, that's 61 against the cap. So we're not cutting him. We have to stick with him. Bench him. That would be a bench player worth $61 million. What the fudge are we going to do?
to. Wow.
I restrained myself.
Okay.
We're on
Now-
YouTube now.
Fucking like it.
Okay, there he is.
And there it went.
So,
Back to
There he is.
life.
There he is.
so Baker Mayfield, Matthew Stafford, you don't have to go far.
I'm staying
with Cooper
I'm staying in
Rush.
house.
Who do you
I'm staying in house.
Pick.
It's super simple.
because Dak's not leading us to the promised land. So we got to think of replacements here.
Mm-hmm.
You're the GM right now.
Well, I mean,
Oh, here
Put
we
your
go.
GM hat on.
okay, if I'm gonna put my GN hat on, I can't. It's not like I can swing for the fences and get. I can't get Patrick Mahomes. I can't get one of these big time guys.
No,
Purdy?
of course not. You can't.
I even think it's too late to go get a guy like Purdy.
You can't get Purdy.
But somebody that I've always liked, and I think would probably fucking do it, Gardner Minshew,
Minshew
the
mania.
mustache fucking man himself, bro.
So
that
right now-
mustache alone will win us 5 games.
So right now he's greater than Dak
Out of
I
Prescott.
didn't say that.
Out of
But
12,
what I'm saying
Why not
is,
just go all the way?
He's rookie,
and
but
say-
he's just like that guy's.
he's a flash in
He's
the
a wild
pan.
card.
He's a
bro, like-
spaz, bro.
Yeah, he's out of his mind.
It's like Fitzmagic.
Or,
Do we need that?
well, he's
gosh, that
Well,
guy's
we have a catastrophe
53
right now.
years old.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Let me
Thank
ask you
you.
guys this: when do you think we'll see Trey Lance? Because we traded for this guy, right? He's got 2 years left on. Well, technically, he's got 1 year left
$5 million.
After this
because
season.
after this year, because there's his option, which I don't see us picking up if we're not going to see any type of
for what?
production from him.
My opinion-
We're not developing
My
him. We're not-
opinion, I want to see him. I wouldn't mind seeing him already.
dude. Let me tell you
But
something.
he's trade bait, bro.
No, I think he's going to be.
You think so?
I just don't.
I hope
I
so.
don't, I don't understand.
I hope.
I don't understand why you go out and trade for trade bait.
You know something, and I'll tell you why. Because in a year, or his 5th year rookie option,
Which would be after next year.
which would be after next year. Now you have to take into consideration that he's a first round, 3rd overall pick. He's gonna want first round, 3rd overall pick money when his rookie contract ends. We can't keep him.
Mhm.
He's gonna command a 3rd overall pick quarterback.
Well, I don't know that he'll command it, but he'll want that at first.
He's gonna want that.
Yeah,
I
he'll
mean,
want that.
He's gonna. I mean, that or he's gonna walk.
Real
You know,
quick.
which is fine, and we're gonna lose him for nothing.
Real quick, anybody in the comments seen David? Anybody see him around? I mean, he's on a milk carton now.
Well, no, he is on a milk carton. So if you have
you
seen
guys
David
seen
Guzman,
him?
call
Please.
666. What is our number?
He's around.
Please
No,
Yeah, he's around somewhere.
Please,
He's got to
someone-
be.
He's there.
locate him, please. I'm getting worried.
Is there like an a like a ghost account we're not recognizing here?
yeah,
maybe
no.
that's it.
Maybe he's one of those burner accounts where
Maybe.
it's-
So you're Gardner Minshew. You're
Hell
going
yeah.
in-house Stafford and
Baker.
Sam
Baker
Howell from
Mayfield.
the Commanders.
No.
Well, according to Omar, and he's, I mean, I have
No.
to say he's a
No.
quarterback guru because he
Ooh,
predicted
I-
Dak was
he's
trash.
probably a Longhorns.
He recommended
I don't know. If someone
Sam
said
Howell.
I don't mind the Cowboys tanking the
Commanders.
season so they can go get Quinn Ewers.
that. I read that.
Quinn Ewers is projected to go to the Commanders this
How
year.
tall is he?
With his mullet, I'd say he's 6'3".
6'3". That's about Dak's height. How big are his
We're
hands?
not gonna tank, guys. There's no way.
Omar, real
Size
quick,
of
man.
Randall
Ain't
Cunningham.
no way.
We don't
Hold on,
have
hold on,
to-
Omar, real quick. Put it
Ain't
in
no
the
fucking
comment
way.
if you feel that Washington's got comparable weapons to what Dak has. You're talking about Dotson. You're talking about Scary Terry.
They have McClurry. They
That's
have
what I'm
saying.
McLaurin.
That's why Scary
And they
Terry.
also have that other Samuel. They have Samuel.
Curtis.
They have Curtis Samuel.
So
They
that's what I'm
have
saying. So whose
their-
weapons do you think
Their
are better?
running
That
game too. They have Brian Robinson who can catch. They also have
Gibson,
Gibson. Do they have a tight end?
former quarterback Logan Thomas.
I like him.
Yeah.
Logan Thomas is good.
I would not say they're comparable. No.
You like our
To
weapons
the
better.
Cowboys,
right?
Mike's got a question.
Question for y'all. So obviously Dak's going to be there. He's going to stay. When is it enough? When is do the fans pressure Jerry and anybody else to just pull him, bench him? I mean,
I give it 3
We
weeks.
can answer that question right now to our viewers that are watching, dude.
I give it 3 weeks.
Just put in the comments. Are you done with Dak Prescott? Yes or no? Just do it.
Yeah, but he's asking when
Yeah,
do
I
you, when do you
like
think
that.
when
No,
do you
no,
think
no, no.
the coaching staff and Jerry are gonna be like, you know what, fuck it, we're done
I
with
would
this
say
guy.
I would say they're not going to pull them until he plays the Eagles.
That's why I said 3
4
weeks.
weeks.
Oh, we're losing.
Well, after that third week,
Look
Yeah.
at our schedule.
Go
Okay.
because their bye is next. That's right.
Look, Los Angeles.
Look, I got one.
We're gonna
Yes.
lose.
Not 3 weeks, 3 games. Not 3
Philadelphia.
weeks, 3 games.
We're
3
losing.
games, 4 games, 3 games.
New York,
3
we're
games.
winning.
Mike, can I trouble you for one?
Carolina, we're winning. Washington, we're losing.
I'll
Want a
take
beer?
I'll take one too, Mike.
Seattle, we're
Can you
losing.
make-
Philly,
can you
we're
make it-
losing. Buffalo, we're losing. Miami, we're losing. Detroit, we're losing. With that quarterback,
I already told you, dude. That's that December,
we may not
that
even.
gauntlet in December, starting with the Detroit Lions, November 30th. We may go 1-4, 0-5.
We may
in
not
December,
even win 9
and-
games.
And your little the tanking dream
Tank
is
for Caleb.
is not that inconceivable, because hell, we may go 5-12.
No.
5 wins is too many for Caleb.
You think? Who's gonna beat us?
Carolina
Broncos?
Carolina has
But Broncos are not gonna move on from Russell Wilson.
They will.
No, they won't.
They won't,
Uh,
unless he pisses off Sean
There's a
Payton enough.
resurgence now of Justin
I
Fields
was,
in
about to, I was
Chicago.
about to say Chicago
I mean-
looks like they're gonna stick with
Well, yeah,
Justin
they
Fields.
dropped what 50 on or how much?
Washington.
Yeah, on Washington.
Thursday
So,
night. Tore it up,
look,
man.
I always knew that was going to happen. I always knew, especially when he was blaming coaching and he was talking about how if they just let me play, and sure enough, they did, and they won 2 in a row. So he spoke up, and I think that says something. You know, you don't want your players, especially your franchise players, criticizing coaching the way Micah Parsons did on his podcast.
I think he needs to get off this podcast
I think we should talk about him a little bit.
real quick before
Let's
we
just-
get into
before we
our
get into
predictions, for
Predictions
next
and all
year.
that kind of stuff.
I mean, next year.
Look, guys,
Next year.
I'm telling you right now,
He's disappeared.
Micah Parsons, I'm going to start with him off the field. No, you know what? On the field. Tell you what. Like you said, he disappeared. He was the
Triple team.
he was the Mr. Irrelevant.
You cannot.
But even if you're triple team, that should open up for Sam Williams.
No.
Fowler
they?
should
Where
open
were
up
they?
for
Where's
somebody else.
Lawrence, dude?
DeMarcus Lawrence, did he even suit up?
I mean, he's always been more of a run factor type of guy.
And he's
but
on the
he
opposite
still has
side.
to-
I'm talking, well, depend. Yeah, dude. So on the field, I'm not talking about his performance. I'm talking about on the field after the game when he's begging Christian McCaffrey for his jersey and a photo op. If that is your mortal enemy, and they just bent you over. I don't want to get too graphic.
We're on YouTube.
Yeah, and embarrassed you on, I don't know, this, you can fact check me on this, but the most watched Sunday night game in history and in front of the entire football watching world, embarrassed you, and you're going to go ask him for a picture and his fucking jersey?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, man. That is not the Mamba mentality or whatever he claims, or the lion mentality. No leader would ever do that in front of his team, in front of his fans, in front of his organization. That's number one. That's
So are
that's
we-
as far
Are
as
we
on
go-
the field.
Are we going to break the bank for this guy when the time comes?
Look,
You
I,
have to.
Should
he
we?
is,
I was
he
about
is,
to
he
say,
is the
should we
best
do
player
it?
on the team. He's the best player on the team, but he's starting to be an individual. not a leader, not in the locker room, and sure as shit, not on the defense.
But
Well,
do you
who-
think it's frustration?
Of course,
I mean, yeah, he should compose himself. You got to be a leader.
it's like
But do you think he's cracked or not cracked, right? But is he at his limit? Is he at his max? Like, yo, I'm tired of this shit.
dude,
Like,
and you guys can attest because you guys are baseball players as I am.
Micah is a diva. Yes,
Look,
thank you, Bobby.
If you're gonna get frustrated if you're out there in the outfield and the pitcher is just throwing mugrero and he's getting hit and this and that, and you know, week in, week out, every time he steps on the mound, he's gonna get fucking hit. You're gonna be frustrated as a defense. You're gonna get frustrated as a teammate, as a player. This is what the defense and other players on this team are feeling. This is year after year. This is not just this year.
yeah,
Dak Prescott has proven to be unable to get us over that hump.
consistently.
You're a
consistent.
$60 million man, $195 million. You were tagged in 2020 for $37 million. Then you got your bag.
Yeah.
And then since then,
You broke your ankle.
yeah, he not only is he injury prone, but 33 out of 38 games, he's thrown a pick. He's missed 17 games, 2 playoff appearances, 1 playoff win against Tom Brady, who was the defense of the Bucks was trash.
How did this become about Dak again?
0 Pro Bowls.
Since 2016.
0 Pro Bowls. No, since he got paid.
Oh, since he got paid. Okay.
Okay. How about his podcast? How about Micah Parsons' podcast?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
It's
He wants
trash.
it
It
off.
needs to be off.
He needs to be off.
Did Dak win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
He did.
That's before he got paid. I think his point was,
And that was the same year that Jason Garrett won Coach of the Year.
It is.
well because
And the rushing title
because they
with
went
Zeke.
Oh,
went
yeah.
13-3 without their starting quarterback.
Guaranteed
Without
With
their
their,
QB1.
with their
They went
offense
13-3,
led by 2
and
rookies.
He lost the first game to the Giants, right? The first game,
He lost both games to
and
the Giants.
and then they went on that streak.
Right.
His,
they had, like-
his first year, the only team he lost to were the Giants.
And which was the first game, and then I think that was that season where they had the most primetime games.
Lizette says Micah is from Pennsylvania. He's secretly an Eagles fan. You know, I wouldn't doubt it. And, you know, just real quick, back to his podcast. On his podcast, he goes and throws the coaching staff under the bus, saying he doesn't feel like they were put in the best position to react, in the best position
I agree.
to play high at a high level.
I said that
Okay,
defensive
now
scheme. I think they were.
that's
something off.
fine. That's fine. But what defensive scheme do you need when you're an edge rusher? The problem is that, remember I said we didn't do anything that we're supposed to do well. We didn't do any of it, even at a subpar level,
right.
because we're always the reason we have a run problem, guys. The reason we have a run problem is because we're trying to sack the quarterback every fucking play, and they're not running they're not passing the ball every play, and they're running it right up the middle for 170, 222, 185,
4.5 yards a pop.
every week, 4.5 yards a pop. That's what we're averaging as a defense on the run. Why not run it every single play? If they're gonna be rushing themselves out of the play, trying to get the quarterback every time.
Another comment from Ray J. Parsons is an animal, but he's starting to feel himself a little too much. He's losing the humbleness that has won him a ton of respect across the league. When a star loses that, they go from respected to targeted.
That's true.
Amen.
100%.
Amen.
Yeah,
Great
That
comment,
is-
Ray.
yeah,
Great comment.
that is- and he's an athlete. He knows, like, he's been around a lot of high level athletes, you know, and he knows he's been around. So that is excellent take.
For sure.
So I think Micah needs someone his handlers. I don't know. He needs to go sit down somewhere and just shut up and play football.
No more podcasts.
No more podcasts. No more trading jerseys with the enemy. No more me. And you know what? He does things, you can tell, if it just so happens to benefit the organization, to benefit the team. That's
didn't-
how he feels.
You didn't like that he traded a jersey?
No, I don't. Not with the damn
Did
49ers.
you like he traded a jersey? Do you care?
After that game, no, you should just go back into the locker room. I
What
mean,
about
if
you?
we would have won and it would have been a hard fought game, like in the
and
trenches,
it wasn't. It was that's
was
a
a
good
whole-
point. That's
Like
the
if it
point
was
I was trying to
like if
make.
it would have been a
get
closer
across.
game,
Yeah.
a closer
If
game.
it was like
Okay.
a grudge, you know, like
Yeah. You gave
Because
it their
you know
all.
what, just like two MMA fighters, they shake hands after. I mean, the putazos that they give each other.
They trade their boxing shorts.
Yeah, their jockey straps or
No,
whatever.
they trade mouthpieces.
They've been trading blood, sweat, and tears the entire damn fight. But afterwards, they have the respect to shake hands, but not mortal enemies.
This was far from that.
What makes you think that they're mortal enemies?
Because they should be. That should be your mentality.
I'm all like,
That should be your mentality.
okay.
That's how you win Super Bowls, guy.
All right.
That's how you win Super Bowls. That's the mentality that the Cowboys had in the 90s.
I don't.
Period.
I don't see it. Me personally, I don't see.
You see the
I'll
game.
trade jerseys with you right now.
I see two athletes going at it, and once the scoreboard reads the fucking
Once the
double
clock
zeros,
is-
and
Nah,
that's it.
nah, nah, nah.
See,
They
that,
be-
that's
Can
why.
I
That's how they're never gonna
fucking
win.
finish?
That's how they're never gonna win.
Jesus.
Let's get into predictions for next week. I think we're gonna lose, but
Let Aaron go first, because
no, I think he's
Cowboys lose.
no,
There.
no
Well,
score.
look at this. This
A lot
next.
to
This next
see-
what 4-game stretch. We got the Chargers, then we got the Rams, we got the Eagles, and then back to the Giants.
Chargers.
I don't even think we should look past the Chargers though.
Oh, definitely
we should
not.
And we're losing 35 to
I think that'll be another good test for our
16.
defense.
In California,
35
we're on the road
16,
again.
I'm calling it
35-16.
35-16. We're losing again, by the way. Sorry, but my Rangers won, so I'm happy. I don't care about anything else right now. My Rangers. Are the Astros winning?
they're up right now 3-2.
3-2?
Yeah.
Hey, we want the Astros. We want the fucking You hear me?
Like I play for them or what?
No, but you always talk shit.
Well, I haven't said a word, have I?
Yet.
Not
No.
since not since the playoffs even started. No, look, in reality, I haven't given my exact do we lose?
And we're back.
I don't think we lose,
Hold on.
but I'm in that spot where like I never think we lose.
That's that hopium you're sipping on right there.
Opium.
Let me take another sip.
Tape. Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Here's
Thanks
the
again.
pins up. Oktoberfest. These are good beers. If you guys need it, well, I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it.
Varsteiner,
Vachsteiner.
you said it fucking perfectly.
God bless you.
That was 10 times better than your fucking I love gold. from a week ago.
Hernan says we win against the Chargers guaranteed.
We only lose against the
Guaranteed.
Eagles the next 4 games.
And then we lose everything else.
so
The
he's
Eagles.
And then
he's
the
got us
bottom
beating the
falls out of the
Chargers,
season.
the Rams, and the Giants, but not the Eagles.
No, Eagles are on
See, but
another
the
level.
Cowboys are so inconsistent that I wouldn't be surprised if we go to Philadelphia and win that game. I wouldn't be shocked.
I'd be shocked.
Against the
because
tush push,
Dak Prescott's
I
still our
fucking hate
quarterback.
that thing.
they're trying to ban it,
Why?
It's
but there's
dangerous.
nothing
Why?
illegal
You
about
can't.
it.
You can't.
There's
I hate
nothing
it because
illegal
it can't
about
be
it.
stopped. Well, the illegal part is you shouldn't be allowed to be pushing from the back.
One
But
guy,
that
on both
happens
sides,
practically on
no,
every
Everybody's
run.
pushing
No.
each other.
If you
So-
can't remove someone from the pile, why should you be able to push someone into the pile?
Well, you're not supposed to be
You know,
removing
but
Powell
one-
after.
the rugby players,
No, but still, either way,
it's already gotten the attention of rugby players, and they don't like it.
they don't.
They don't.
Shit,
First
I'll
of
take a
all,
rugby player
gives
over
a
Dak
shit about
Prescott.
I hear what you're saying though.
I just
Anyway,
hate it. I
rugby
fucking hate it
is-
because they've used it like 4 times in the end zone and have scored all fucking 4 times. Last week,
They're
right,
better
with,
than us.
with
Chuck,
2
it's okay.
seconds before the half, they had the balls to fucking run it with 2 fucking seconds,
Damn, this,
Ooh.
and they fucking got
I
it.
don't know if it's balls at this point. I think it's automatic,
that's
and they
fine,
know
too,
it.
But hey, guys,
And they know it.
let's address this. That's 5 cuss words in one sentence. Is this Voschmeister?
You already.
The
Varsteiner.
Voschsteiner.
Guggenschlagen.
Don't give Chuck any more of these.
No, give it more.
Weinstein.
Keep
Yeah,
feeding the
man.
beast.
Are we gonna finish
Yes.
predictions? Aaron, are you done officially?
No, but go ahead.
Just say the score.
I'm never done. You know
Just-
that.
Just say the score.
We're gonna close it, Bobby. Don't worry.
What do you say?
He said, "Not help Chuck close this loan."
He's working on it. Score.
Score
4 scores.
27-17.
Are we winning or not?
No,
Thank you.
sorry, we do not win.
Compadre. Write mine down too, because I forgot
What is
mine.
it? 35-16.
35-16.
That's what you said.
Yes, you did. Oh,
I think he's done.
Okay, I just wanted to give him a little
you have
delay.
to.
I was wondering
had to
what the
give him
hell
I wanted to give him a delay.
I was like, I'll keep talking if you want me to.
No,
You know this.
Lizette says 14-24 Cowboys.
I got
Hopium.
I'm sipping on that hopium too, Lizette. Don't worry about it.
dude,
Let's go. You can do it. Predict the loss.
they are gonna lose. I have them losing
Chargers are. It's a
The
must win
yeah, I have them
for the
losing.
Chargers. What are they? 2
I'm
and
sure it
3?
is.
I have them losing 27-17.
You know, they're coming off a bye,
That's our.
and we're coming off the worst ass whooping,
I hope
And
I'm
that
wrong.
was- and
that was
we
gonna
have
be my score,
injuries.
but for
And
in our
we're-
favor.
I hope I'm wrong.
and we're beat up.
Lane Van Der
It's
Esch is
Monday
no
night
longer
again,
gonna
guys.
I hope I'm wrong.
Do 10 primetime games.
Isn't Donovan Wilson too a little
Oh.
jacked up? Also?
What was your score?
Yeah.
Chuck? Let's do it before
Oh,
we
hold
close
on, man.
out.
27-17.
If was bringing up the tush push.
That's my score.
He said regarding the tush push, it was never an issue when Brady
is.
did it.
Yes,
We
I-
can't complain now when the Eagles are this good at it.
Yeah, we can't. I mean, it's a very effective play, and they're going to use it on us about 10 times because
Every-
we can't stop. shit up
Everybody
the
else
middle.
is doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody else. Is
You know why they're gonna run it twice and be 3rd and 1 every single time?
It's annoying as hell. I got mine at 27-17 like Victor's, but mine's in favor of the Cowboys.
I hope you're right. God dog it. I hope you're right.
And only because I feel like fuck, this coaching staff it's supposed to be better than their coaching staff.
You know,
We'll see which quarterback performs better, Kellen Moore's quarterback or Mike McCarthy's quarterback. I'm going to guess the latter.
you know something. Dak better
That would be our quarterback.
Dak
No,
better-
the former.
have
You
the
said
performance of
Herbert
his
first, didn't you?
life. That's all I got to say. Dak better have the performance of his life, and the middle's going to be wide open. So, I mean,
Nick Tone, 28-24 Cowboys.
There you go,
Veronica
Nick.
Flores, 27-14 Cowboys. Damien's
I
guess.
see a middle finger in there. Is that Lisette?
Probably for you.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
I'm in trouble
My
for
number
sure.
one.
Irene, 17-20 Cowboys. That's a close one.
Hey guys, we have 27-17 across the board here, except for Tommy.
Oh,
27-17, 27-17, 27-17.
But you
But
can't
you
say
got
that
the
5
Chargers.
times.
But they have the
27-17,
Chargers. I have the
27-17.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
I have the Chargers. So it's 3-1.
It's 3-1.
Tree.
3-1.
Warsteiner.
Warsteiners. What did
These
you
predictions
say you were
brought to you by
from?
Volsteiner.
What did you say you were
Is it
from?
the German 3?
That's an awesome
That's a
scene.
wrap.
All right, man. I
Dolls are with thous.
I know.
I can't. No,
I
look.
mean, after
Look,
last
that's
week,
like I said, man, the Cowboys have to win our hearts back
Guys,
after they ripped them the.
before we close
them
it out,
out.
I want to see Trey Lance. soon.
before we close it out, we gotta
We can't
find
see Trey
David.
Lance. We got to see Coop.
No, we gotta see David. I mean, where is he?
Oh, David.
¿Dónde
He's around.
estás?
He's okay.
Hey, that's
¿Y
a
dónde
handsome
te has
picture, man. That's a
metido?
handsome
It is.
picture, though. By the way, that's a good one.
David, you got a fan over here. Go,
Hey,
go to his DM.
He's our fan. I mean,
Oh, he's our fan, and we're his fan.
we're gonna trade jerseys later. It's a whole thing.
Well, we gotta find him first.
Oh.
we gotta find him first.
We
He's
got
been MIA.
a GPS on that guy.
And I got the
Around.
receipts, David. Whenever you show up,
Huge shout out once again to everybody that's been sticking around with us since the get go. Huge shout out to LNF Distributors for always getting us buzzed during these episodes
yeah,
all season long. We love you
right.
guys.
we got like
Cheers,
100
fellas.
beers
Cheers.
left.
Yeah, we're set.
Hey guys,
We're
if
set.
anyone out there, watching right now, if you guys want to drink, weekends, we got about 100 beers to throw down. LNF, maybe not 100, but
Just
we
to
got a
ease the
lot.
pain a little bit.
Yeah, ease the pain after a Cowboy loss.
I think that
We can sell it at cost.
I think one of these weekends we should have like a 2-minute warning, like hosting party,
Like live
for
somewhere.
a game or
and
what?
just for a game that we all just meet somewhere, and all the fans we all just
Yeah,
get
respect.
together.
Burn some meat
And just-
and
we all get together and we all watch the
have
game.
some
Right.
Tommy
giveaways,
buy
have some
shots.
beers.
Hell, no.
We'll just all watch the game somewhere together.
Ain't
You
no
know what?
shots.
That's a fabulous idea. Get on it.
Hey guys, we
One more
appreciate-
shout out to Dr. Lorena Molina Rojas, DDS, for always hooking us up. You keep the lights on for us. We can't express how appreciative of you we are.
No, we cannot.
I can. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's simple. Thank you. Yeah. All right, take
Everybody
us home.
who
Take us
is-
home, Chuck.
Been watching. We appreciate you
Always.
tremendously.
Check us out, ladies and gentlemen. We finally got a YouTube page going. Check us out, T2MW Podcast.
Nice.
Mm.
Like and subscribe. We will also be doing some live streams there.
a
It's
matter of
been a
fact,
blast.
We are live there now on YouTube.
We are live there
so
now.
If y'all want to go check it out, maybe watch some clips, watch some videos.
Fuck.
Yes. We are past the 5-minute mark, I believe.
These are their rules. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for coming out here with us tonight. We'll see you again next Wednesday, hopefully with some great news with the Cowboys beating the shit out of the Chargers.
I hope so,
This beer is really bringing out the cuss words over there with Chuck.
bro. This is I like this.
Really?
Chuck.
Yeah,
this
You need to
side
learn
cuss
to-
I like
good.
this Chuck.
You need to learn.
Hey, just
cuss
don't
in
buy so
German.
many roses anymore.
Oh,
What?
dude, we're not even gonna get into that. I bought so many roses, don't know where they went.
Hey, I didn't get one.
Yeah,
With that being said, let's take it home.
my future
Before we
ex-wife
reveal
is out
any
there
more
somewhere spending my money.
Your ex-wife. Yes. That's a good one, Chuck. We'll see you guys.
All right, good night, Cowboy
Stay
Nation.
safe, guys. Have a good
Love
one.
you
We
all.
love you.
Bro, you bought like